A special cabinet meeting has been scheduled for this afternoon following last week's budget bombshell. Well, for the first time since 1994, Parliament was forced to postpone the tabling of the budget speech due to political party differences. Members of the Government of National Unity are hoping to find common ground around their differences. For more on this, we cross back to SABC News reporter Bulelani Phillip, who's standing by for us in Cape Town. A very good afternoon to you, Bulelani. As you outlined in your intro, in the headline, there's a lot at stake, and these guys are meeting for a 3-hour marathon. What else can we expect?
Well, good afternoon to you, Nombu, and to the viewers at home. Of course, this is one of the first meetings that the Cabinet will be sitting on following the postponement of the budget speech last week. Of course, the key issue here really is whether the Government of National Unity partners, whether they will be able to find themselves on some of the key policy differences, particularly around the proposals of a tax increase in relation to VAT. This meeting is obviously going to be one of many in the next 2 weeks that will be trying to find a solution to what has actually led to this historic postponement of the budget speech. Of course, the President today taking time in his in his weekly letter to address what led to that particular impasse, and also just really downplaying what happened last week, deciding to say that it is not a crisis, but rather a government that is working in a democratic society. Of course, what he is saying is that he's committing that this is going to happen, that the parties in the Government of National Unity will try and find each other in order to ensure that they come and create the stability that is needed in the country. Nampu?
Of course, we need to see if they do find each other, as you say, but is there talk as well of them completely removing the VAT increase off the table? And if that's the case, what would be the alternative? Well,
I think those are the discussions that probably will actually be the highlight of the discussions, because while on the one hand, the finance minister is actually looking at the avenues to actually raise revenue, but there is concern on the other hand from some of the parties in the GNU that VAT increases may not be the optimal actually avenue that it must actually undertake. But the DA, which is one of the major parties in this GNU, has said that they would want that the government actually just do a review of the budget in terms of ensuring that the items that will be budgeted for rather are actually things that are going to give value for money. And they want actually the trimming of the VAT and accesses that are within government. Of course, the other thing that they've also said that they want to happen is that there must be a lot of concerted effort in terms of the recoveries of monies that were stolen through state capture and corruption, as well as ensuring that they reduce or curb corruption in order for the money that is saved there to be used for all the essential services that have been identified as priorities for the medium-term budget framework for the next 5 years.
Yeah. Well, like you say, Bulelani, we need to wait and see what comes out of those meetings, and it doesn't sound like it's just today. As you say, it's going to be a series of meetings that they have ahead of that 12th of March date, where we hope that they will table the national budget. Thank you very much, my colleague there, Bulelani Phillip.